Okay, welcome. We get started shortly. Let's get a little sound check, make sure we're good for sound. Right. Sound is good. Okay, we're going to start with our seated yoga warm-up. So find a comfortable seated position, cross-legged or otherwise. Okay, now for this first exercise, we start by taking the thumb to the base of the ring finger and then palms over the knees, and then moving the hips around in a bit of a circle. And take it around the other way. Back to center, rolling the shoulders back. And forward. Okay, then crossing the hands at the wrists, we anchor the thumbs on the chin, and with the fingers slide firmly along the sides of the neck. And other hand in front, same thing. Okay, and then palms to knees once again. The head circles, you could also just stick with the half circles like this if you prefer, but if you can do a full circle or just across the top, go for it. And other way. And back to the center. Now we're going to take a gentle twist to the right, so left hand across the right hand behind, lean back a bit, gentle twist right. Come back to center and twisting to the left. And back to center. Now relaxing the shoulders down, let's take 10 mindful breaths before we begin our movement practice. Natural, normal breaths. With any tendency for the mind to wander from your breath or from your poses in yoga, coming back to this present moment, to this current breath, whenever you can. Okay, and let's begin. Joining the palms. Namaste. Thank you for joining us today. Largely focusing on twists For this practice, let's interlace the fingers and turn the palms forward. Relax the shoulders down. Keep the ribs in. And then slowly take the arms up. Now in this position, we're going to twist to the right using just our obliques, our muscles of twisting. And you'll notice you can't go as far as when you use your arms to pull you around. But really, this is about as far as you want to go in a twist. You don't really want to wrench yourself around using your arms. Come back to the center. Please release your arms down. Find the reverse interlacing, different thumb on top. Turn the palms. Keeping the ribs in, arms up. And twisting to the left. Back to center. And slowly releasing from there. Now taking the right hand forward, palm up, draw the arm up. You could catch hold of the elbow or catch hold of the hand and draw it up and back. All right, release that side. Other hand forward, palm up, arm up. Catching hold of the elbow or the hand from behind. And releasing that side. Now please change your feet so there's a different foot in front or on top, if applicable. And then from here, right hand out, left hand up and over, keeping the hips flat, shoulder back. Now come back to center. Exhale over to the left, hips flat, shoulder back. And back to the center. Please bring both hands forward. Turn the thumbs down, palms out. Take the right hand over the left, palms together, interlace. And then circle down, in, and forward. And then circling back in. Now we have to take the other hand on top. So we have the right, take the left, interlace, circle in, and forward. And back. Breathe. All right, from here, let's come up and to kneeling position. Start with a few cat-cow tilts. Inhale, the belly's down. Exhale, lifting belly up. Your own flow of breath. Okay, come to neutral. Now we're going to lift the left arm up and then slide it through, bringing the left shoulder down into inverted twist. Some people like to take the right leg up, but it's very easy to fall over, so be very careful. I don't want you to fall on a coffee table or whatever your home situation is. And lowering down, pressing back up to center. Right arm reaches up and through, shoulder down, side of the head. And pressing back up to center, hands a little wide, take the hips around. And other way. And finish with the hips forward and kneeling push up. And from here, slowly lowering to the floor. Reaching the left arm out. Peel up the right side of the body for a front shoulder opener. Take your top leg back enough, you can create a twist in the spine here too. And come back to flat, sliding the left hand in, reaching the right hand out, and then peeling up on the left side. And then coming back to center, reaching the arms forward, crisscross lift in lion tiger. We're going to lift left arm, right leg, left palm in, lifting up, straight leg, straight arm, reaching long. And slowly release. Other side, left leg, right arm. Right hand's palm in, reaching straight. And slowly releasing down from there. Hands beside the chest, elbows in. Tuck the tailbone, curl up, do a light cobra. Stay there, come into up dog. Palms flat, come back through to bent knee, down dog. And maybe walk in the dog to start to straighten the legs if you can. Now inhale, come forward into regular plank or kneeling plank. If you want to take it a step further, drop your heels, just your heels to the side for twisted plank. It feels like side plank, so try not to lift your arm. Back to center, heels the other side. If you're trying this, be careful. Back to center, down dog. It's down dog with your heels. Heels down. Heels up. And heels down. Now bend the knees, look forward. Step, walk, or jump to the top. For that, inhale, flat back. Then from here, bending the knees, ragdoll forward over the thighs. Fingertips down, take your left leg way back. Low right lunge. And up onto the thigh. See if you can take your arms out to the side, balancing for a moment. And see if you can twist to the right, to whatever degree you can, balancing here. Stay low. And simply bring your left hand down, right hand reaches up. And lower your right hand to your thigh, lower the back knee. Keep the hips sinking forward. And you can stay here in a kneeling lunge twist, or you can reach back for your foot. And slowly release from there. Tuck your back toes under, hop back leg forward. Flat back position into a forward fold. Bend the knees, right leg back. Start low down with a low left lunge. And come up onto the thigh. See if you can take your arms wide and possibly twisting to the left. And bring the right hand down, left hand is up. And lower the back knee, left hand, left thigh. Sink the hips forward, left shoulder up, possibly reaching up in kneeling lunge or catch hold of the back foot. And slowly unwind from there. Tuck the back toes under, hop the back leg forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Firm the legs, inhale, sweep wide and up. Exhale. Namaste. Great, shake it out, clear your mat. A little sip of water if you like. And let's take a wide stance. We're settling into the outside edges of the feet. And turn the left toes in slightly, right toes out, all the way 90. Now reaching up, tone the back leg, inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Now, this next one, you may have to turn your back heel up, in which case we've already done the pose, but we take the left hand down to the floor. If you can, keep your back heel down, and we reach the right hand up into a twist. Again, if you have to lift that back heel, go for it. As you mentioned, you can keep your right hand on your thigh as well. Then unwind, anchor from your back leg, and come up. Right toes in now, left toes out, reaching up first for our warrior two. Now, if you can, keep your back heel down. The right hand comes to the floor or block, left shoulder up. You could reach up or keep your hand on your thigh. And unwind, anchor from your back leg, inhale. Coming up. Toes in, interlace the fingers behind you, roll shoulders back with the heart, leading with the heart, fold forward. Maybe rounding a bit, drawing the arms over top. Firm the legs, tuck in the tailbone, come up, release the hands, interlace, reverse interlacing. Turn the heels in halfway and the palms forward and knees wide, arms up. Breathing, Qigong, inhale, arms up, exhale, press in the solid ground. One more time. Pressing up. Bring the hands just above the knees. Rest the way the upper body into the legs. Now taking a twist by dropping the left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, looking to the right if it's comfortable. Back to center, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, looking left. Back to center, sitting low, hands down. You could shift side to side. I'd start a little smaller and get bigger. Skandasana. Back to center. Walk the hands forward. Turn the heels out, sit back, wide-legged downward dog. Taking the hands in halfway. Bring the left hand to the center, right hand on the right hip. Draw the right shoulder up, maybe reaching up into revolve standing forward fold. Now, if you keep a flat back, you could bend that standing arm a little lower without rounding the spine. You might even get your elbow down. Inhale, flat back, lower the right hand down, replace the left. Left heel, left hip, shoulder up, and maybe hinging a little deeper. Line. And deep forward fold just for a couple breaths. And pressing up, you might bring your feet in, tuck the tailbone, and we're up. And shake the legs a bit. Now next, when we get into the downward dog and the sun salutation, we do down dog twist. I'll show you the easier version quickly first. Easier version, to take a twist in the spine, you can just drop one elbow and your left shoulder comes down and you're in a bit of a twist. If you want to take the full one, you reach back for your leg, really drop that left shoulder. Let me do the other side before we finish. Let's find mountain pose for a few breaths. Next inhalation, sweep wide and up. Firm the legs, exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, jump back. Lower either halfway, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Either dropping your left elbow or reaching back with your left hand. If your hand is sliding out, consider grabbing the top of your mat with a grippy fist. Re-engage that left hand, other side, another elbow down or reaching back. Re-engage. Next exhalation, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale. Namaste. Okay, next. Start by shifting up. Actually, I'll show you real quick what it's going to look like. We're going to grab one leg. Then we're going to reach back, possibly grabbing the foot instead, and taking the leg forward. Okay, so shift to your left foot. Whichever version you're doing, hug the shin in first. If you're going to do the full version, grab your foot on the outside with your left hand. Either way, the right hand swings back, and then possibly looking back, possibly reaching forward with your leg. Slowly release. Side shifting now to the right foot. Squeeze the left leg in. If you want to do the full version, grab your foot with your right hand. Left hand swings back. Holding here or taking the leg forward. Possibly looking back. And releasing back down. Check it out. You need a little sip of water. Go for it. We're going to get into sun salutation B next. Find a mountain pose. We're going to do a twisted chair. Just watch first for a sec. It's a twisted chair. I recommend feet together, knees together to get more stability in the knees. And you can do it with a little bend, arms wide, or deeper bend, palms together with the elbow across. Okay. Starting in mountain pose. Inhale, sitting low, reach forward. With your left arm or elbow down, sitting back to a twist. Make sure your knees stay in line. That left knee likes to come forward to this side. Reach forward. Exhale, twist left. And reach forward. Fold over to the front. Flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, jump back. Go right to downward dog or through vinyasa. In the down dog, take the feet a little closer. Bring the right leg up and over into a scorpion tail, wild dog. This is a twist as well if you do it deep enough. And swing that leg all the way forward. Turn the back heel down. Inhale to rise up. Warrior one. Now straighten your front leg, bring your hands to your hips. Roll shoulder back, leading with your heart. Tilt forward. Now you can stay here or rotate your left shoulder down to come into a revolving triangle. You can reach up as well if you like. Then on the one, bend front leg, hands down. Left foot back. You go right to downward dog or through vinyasa again. Your feet a little closer. Stay your left leg up and over. Swing that leg all the way forward. The back heel down. Rising up. Warrior one. Straighten your front leg. Hands to the hips, roll shoulders back. Lean with the heart, tilt forward. You can stay here or rotate to bring the right hand down, left shoulder up or reaching up. And unwind, bend the front leg, hands down, leg back. Go right to down dog or through the vinyasa. And please swing the right leg forward for pigeon. Pigeon pose. Square the hips to the front. Now, pigeon twist is a pretty challenging variation. If you feel you're able to do it safely, your front knee's comfortable, you could try it. The right shoulder would be down in a twist. Pressing back up. Come back through downward dog. If you wanted to put a vinyasa in there, you could. And when you're ready, you take the left leg forward. Left side king pigeon. Upright or bowing king pigeon or even twist. And then find your way back. Downward dog and into Malasana. Garland pose. Now we often transition into an optional crow with a twist. You could do side crow, which is a twist. And so to do that very similarly, instead of just leaning forward, you take your knees to one side and look like. So try both sides if you like, but feel free, of course. It's not in any way an easy pose. Don't feel any pressure to do it. Okay, seated position. Kitchen hold behind the hamstrings. Sitting back, extend the arms. Chest lifted, and lifting the feet up. See if you can bring palms to your heart. Twist to the right and reach forward. Maybe even legs forward if you want to work harder. Back to center. Twist left. Maybe legs forward. Back to center. Feet together, knees wide. Baddha Konasana. And there's two ways to work. There's more than two ways, but two basic ways to work with the feet in Baddha Konasana. The opening the book technique, where you're opening with the outside edges of the feet touching, and then there's the Baddha Konasana where your feet are together, pushing into each other. It's good to be able to do both really well. Feet flat or book open. Feet flat, book open. All right, now let's take the leg wide. Sit down nice and tall. Let's work on our internal, external rotations a little bit. So turn the toes back, external rotation, then internal rotation inwards. Exhale back, inhale in. Take a moment and point the toes, really reach out of the hips, then flex them back towards you to lengthen the calves. Now reaching up from here, take your left hand across the right, your right hand behind you or around you, and twist to the right. Keep sitting up tall. Inhale. Reaching up, exhale, right arm across, left hand behind or around, and twisting left. Back to center. Now bring the legs together. Dandasana. We want to bring the right foot across the left. You could do the version where this leg tucks back if you know that one. It's the only change in the pose. Right hand behind either way, sit up tall. Squeeze that leg in towards you. Keep the right hip down and gently twist right. Take a little counter twist. Okay, other side, right leg forward, left leg in and across. Sitting up tall and twisting to the left side, hips flat, especially that left hip, keep it down. Don't forget about your right toes. And unwind from there. Line back. You might have a block handy. Draw your feet in so you can just touch your heels, bend the elbows, press the elbows in the floor, lifting the hips up. Little bridge. And slowly lowering back down to the floor. Hug your knees in towards you. Something hug, knees in close. And then taking the feet to the floor, shift your hips a bit to the right. Take the knees over to the left. Reach your right arm out to the right. You might use a block to support your knees so you don't have to go in too deep. You might straighten your legs or do a slightly different variation. Come back to the center. Hips to the left, knees to the right. Left arm reaches left, looking left again. And coming back to the center. And if you like, putting a block underneath for Viparita Karani or moving to a wall. Now we're flowing lake. As you really tone the legs upwards, try to relax just as much. So all the effort of pressing your legs up is countered by deep relaxation in the nervous system. Now coming down. Or if you're if you're going to finish at the wall, you could just stay at the wall if you're at the wall. But before we finish, taking some windshield wiper knees, so feet wide, taking the knees side to side with your breath. This creates a little bit of a twist in the hips, around the pelvis. And then finally hugging the knees in again, this time knees wide. Possibly catching hold of the ankles or feet for happy baby. Possibly pressing into your hands. Feel free to stay here, or if you can, go over into plow pose. Come over to plow. Ideally, you want to get your feet down and your legs straight if you're doing plow any justice. And releasing the legs for final relaxation, which can be at the wall, legs up if you like. Could be bent knees together, or it could be using your block, knees wide. Feel free to grab a blanket if you're cool. Let's take a few deep minutes of relaxation. Please, as always, take more time, as much time in that pose as you can. The longer you stay in the pose, the harder it gets. Eventually, it feels like the back of your head is boring into the floor. It's a very painful pose over time, and we have to increase our sense of equanimity and presence as the discomfort arises. So it's a very good pose for working with finding peace in stress. It's a very useful tool for life. We did a lot of twisting today, so make sure to drink a lot of water because it can be detoxifying. Yeah, and hopefully it's very uplifting. It's also energizing. So I hope you have a very energetic, energized, wonderful day. Thank you. See you next time. Actually, tomorrow, hopefully. We have our makeup class tomorrow. Hope you can make it same time. Namaste. You're welcome. Thanks.